Hey everyone, this is John Henry Weston for LifeSite News. I wanted to give you a quick update, sort of almost a warning about a prophecy that we mentioned in a show on Garabandala. Do you remember I told you this? One of the signs that is predicted to come right before this to give an indication when it's going to happen is that the Pope is to visit Moscow, something that he's never done since these messages were first revealed in the early 60s. And remember that Pope Francis said that after visiting Canada, he was going to visit Moscow. So that could be the precursor sign that we've been waiting for. This might sound unbelievable, I know. But believe it or not, Padre Pio, the great Saint Padre Pio, was a super fan, a believer in this prophecy in Garabandala. So that prophecy about the Pope visiting Moscow, and when he returns to the Vatican after visiting Moscow, hostilities would break out in Europe from Russia. Well, there's an update on that. First of all, you should all know that the United States has decided to send tanks over to Ukraine. They did that in a deal with Germany, whereby they're getting Germany to send in their tanks, and the U.S. is promising tanks as well. That's a definite escalation, which Russia has been warning against. They're talking about they will be destroyed there. There will be devastation. Russia's also talking about ending the sort of nuclear treaty that they have, the START treaty, because that's not going well. All sorts of hostilities being in the air right now. As you know, the nuclear clock, or the clock ticked closer to midnight than ever before. So the danger of nuclear war is such as never before. However, in terms of prophecy, there's something very interesting. It's not yet on the radar of the English-speaking media, but the Russian media is revealing that Pope Francis plans to visit Moscow in the spring. Now, there was indication of this before, because as I said there in that clip, the Pope, before he came to Canada, was asked if he was still going to come because he was so ill, and he said yes, and I'm planning to go on to Moscow after that. He didn't go right away, so we wondered what was going on. A couple of weeks ago, I heard from a source that the Pope was planning on going to Moscow soon, even imminently, thought perhaps even the end of February. But now we have this confirmation from Russian news. Listen to this. This is from Sputnik news service. Pope Francis is planning to pay a visit to Russia in spring 2023 and travel to Moscow and St. Petersburg. Leonid Sevastyanov, the leader of the World Union of Old Believers, told Sputnik on Monday. Pope Francis hopes to visit Russia in the spring. We all hope that by that time the hostilities will cease. His arrival will not frighten our Orthodox society. It will not be grandiose either. This is a modest visit. There will be no major services, for example, at the stadiums. So there you have it, just a sort of prophecy update on what that means. Should that happen, just everybody be on guard with regard to the Pope's going to Moscow and coming back, because as the prophecy of Garabandala said, that's when hostilities would break out in Europe. Just a heads up for you all, this is John Henry Weston for LifeSite News. May God bless you.